Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Hytale podcast. Definitely not the second time recording this podcast because I forgot to record Myne's audio and we were about 40 minutes in. Oops.
So this is take two, but I promise we are a lot more rehearsed and we will stop rambling about the useless things that we did.
Yes. Sometimes.
John, we're going to start straight off the bat with John Hendricks, and he was the main topic of our last episode. And when I tweeted out about the last episode, just basically promoting it on Twitter, he replied to my tweet saying, That's it. My first time on the podcast, I'm only going to talk about what it was like to join Ringling Bros and Barnum and Bailey, living on a circus train as an 18-year-old aspiring stuntman. John, we want to talk to you.
Wow.
We want to talk to you about that. That sounds incredibly interesting. If you guys watching want John on the podcast, spam it down in the comments. Flood the comments.
Yep. Flood him on Twitter.
Last time, yeah. Flood him on Twitter. We need to let John know that we want to talk about this.
Yeah.
Screw Hytale. We want to know about a circus career.
I want to know how the heck you just get on a traveling train circus. Like, what do? You just like randomly walk up to some guy who's like a ringmaster and be like, "Hey, can I join your train?" Like, I don't know. How does that work? I want to know,
and
John.
Also, how does someone go from aspiring stuntman in a circus to the game director of Hytale?
Yeah, those are two very different. Like, one's on a computer, one is
common career transition.
Like jumping through fire on like a rocket or something. Little different. There's a few differences, I'd have to say, but either way, John's probably got an insane career path, and we want to know about it.
And it's not just us wanting to know about. There's fellow content creators as well. Radoon's talks says that he wants to have John talk about his medieval reenactment. And John replied, I can talk what it is like to sell armor at a Ren fair, reconstructing historical European martial arts, etc., but not an expert on reenactment.
Like,
I
what?
may need to bring a panel for that, for good topic for second podcast. So, the first podcast is just him talking about his circus life. The second podcast, which he said that he teased that he may want a second one, is about medieval reenactments, reconstructing historical European martial. Like, this man is full of history and crazy stories.
What's the third podcast gonna be?
Hytale. That's when the game releases.
Oh, nice. We'll see you in the third podcast where we can actually talk about Hytale, John.
But someone like Quebec Corner was like, this is far more interesting than Hytale. And
no, honestly,
I mean, I love Hytale, but I'm low-key more interested in his circus career. So
yeah, like being a stuntman is sick as hell anyway. Like, I want to know about stuntman life. Like, that seems awesome. A little dangerous, I have to say, but it seems fun. It seems fun.
Maybe he can teach us how to be a stuntman.
That would be cool. John, if
that'd be insane.
Yeah, like, I don't know. For some reason, I think traveling circus. I think Madagascar 3. So if John, if you're like that, you remember that seal Stefano in the movie, who's the stuntman, the guy who gets shot out of a cannon. If that's what John Hendricks was doing, and his 18-year-old is on a traveling circus, that would be awesome, and I want to know about it. And I'm sure everybody else will as well. Who cares about Hytale talk? We want to know what it's like to be shot out of a cannon through 18 rings of fire into a dunk tank full of piranhas. Like, that'll be awesome.
Piranhas was a very good addition in that.
Are they in Hytale?
Yeah, so
there are piranhas in Hytale, right?
Yeah,
there is. Okay,
or at least some piranha type.
Hold on, let me
fish.
Yeah, no, I think there is in an image. Yes.
Yeah, I think I remember them. John, you know where to reach us. We'd love to have you on the podcast to talk about your circus career.
Yep.
And then eventually do a follow-up on your medieval career. This is such a crazy... From medieval to...
He's probably like, you think he's an astronaut too? Like...
Crazy stuff. But speaking of John Hendricks, he also brought a few more tweets since the last episode where we talked about justice tweets. The man likes to tweet a lot. I appreciate it. This is a lot of information about the game.
Thanks, John.
Chris's favorite Reddit and Twitter user, Abe Labin. I don't know how to pronounce
Also
his
a
name.
hard name to pronounce too. Like, Something about this guy.
Chris is a big fan of this person, but
Oh yes.
they asked on Twitter, I'm afraid that since Riot took over, they are stuck in this everything has to be perfect mentality. And now they're stuck in this engine rewrite, literally redoing everything they've done already. But what do I know? Maybe I'm totally wrong. And John replied with probably one of the most reassuring sentences that he's put out, saying, "Perfect is the enemy of good. We focus more on being ready than perfect."
You know what that means? Ready when it's ready.
It does mean ready when it's ready. It's our favorite sentence that we don't like.
I hate that sentence.
But I like it because it means that they acknowledge that there is an existence of what's called development hell. Basically, and I mean, in Hytale's situation, it's tenfold because you have one of the most viewed game trailers of all time.
Right.
You are acquired by one of the biggest game publishers of all time, Riot Games. You have big shoes to fill. This game is going to have a lot of eyes on it, and there can't be that many flaws. Obviously, there will be, and it's an unavoidable. You can't make a perfect game, and he acknowledges that. But you can have a ready game, and whatever their idea is for a ready game, for something that can be put out to the public for all of these eyes to see, is what they're working on. And they've reassured us in the blog post, in previous tweets of his, that they are on track and they're happy with the direction they're going in. So whatever their ready version is, they're working towards that and not thinking, oh, okay, but we might need to add that. Oh, and this might need to be added. Because in a follow-up tweet, he says, I don't have it pulled up.
I do remember you mentioning this.
Re-record.
Yeah.
This is what happens when you re-record a podcast.
My bad.
Sum it up.
In the last podcast, though, we did say there are no perfect games except Tetris and Pong. So they're both pretty good games, I have to say. I've never had a glitch in any of them. So good job, Tetris and Pong creators.
Yeah. The tweet that I am now missing is basically saying that Hytale will have updates past the launch. And I think this is something that a lot of us have known or have assumed, that they aren't going to launch Hytale and be like, well, there's the game.
That's it, folks. That's all, folks. Enjoy.
They tip their hat and they go on vacation for a few years. They will be producing.
Yeah.
I mean, they probably will be going on a very long vacation sometime after the game drops. I mean, they've been working this whole time, but the point is to say that the game that we get at launch will not be the finished game. Something that he mentions in the tweet is they want to grow with the creators, because once we have the game, the game in our hands. Oh my god! Then we'll be able to create all of this stuff. We'll be able to make our own kind of game modes in servers. We'll be able to make our own mods, our own server skins, etc. We can basically take the game and mold it into our own version, and that can kind of give them a direction of, hey, so many players are really into this, let's add more features of this, or let's kind of, people don't really like this, let's kind of remove this or like tweak it a bit so that people will like it. And that's good, because it means they'll be attentive to what the community has, and that's something I'm hoping for the future, because there's a history of, and no game studio is perfect with this, of running a live service game, and at some point they just put out a patch that is so god awful. And let's be honest, there will be a time where Hytale will put out a patch that isn't favorable with the community, and people will talk about it and speak out, be like, hey, this kind of sucks, we don't like this. And hopefully the developers will be able to acknowledge that, and they've been acknowledging some of their criticisms previously. They've John put out a 5-tweet thread being like, hey, I understand that the last blog post wasn't what you may have expected, but this is where we're at right now. We're trying to build the game as fast as possible, but as good as possible. And every single time someone asks, when is the game out, it's a word for him saying, we need to hire more.
Yeah, and the developers, they're going to have to step up their game, because when the game comes out, instantly there's going to be people creating clients that will try to mod and hack the game. They will try to make an unfair advantage, and the developers are going to have to recognize that, figure out what they're doing, just say there is the first hack client that comes out maybe 2, 3, 4 months after the game's launched. They got to figure out a way to step up their anti-cheat to counteract that hacked client, and then vice versa, that hack client creator is going to create a way to get around the anti-cheat. So there'll be a never-ending cycle and battle between the hackers and the development team. But hey, I think the team's up for the challenge. There's only really so much you can do with Minecraft's anti-cheat because there is not one. You have to make your own. So it's hard. It's hard for them to catch up. But I think if you start from scratch for Hytale, make a great anti-cheat to start off, it will take a while for them to get around, like the hackers and stuff to get around it. So once they do, though, it'll be fun to see how that plays out. I would like to cover that. I know you want to do news and tutorials and stuff, so I think you might be right on that, Myne.
Yeah, and I'm gonna give an early shout out to the Hytale anti-cheat team. You were probably gonna find some struggles because it's inevitable. Everything can be hacked. Cheaters will find a way.
Yeah.
There will always be some kind of cheats in the game. It's just how effective will the anti-cheat be at making the large sum of it not noticeable. Obviously, you'll come across a cheater here and then, but
I will
to
kill
the point
them.
where it's very playable and you still have a fun experience. And speaking of anti-cheat, someone on Twitter asked about viruses.
Oh.
Because we know that Hytale's creation system lets users create mods and servers for the player then to automatically download. The best example or comparison of this is Roblox, where you just see a game, you click play, and then the client downloads all of the assets for you, and you're just able to hop in the game. Unlike in Minecraft, where if you want to play a modded thing with your friends, you all have to separately download the mods or the mod pack and then get all the configuration done before you can just hop in.
Just a little off topic here, Myne. Is there a vent behind your curtains or something, or like blowing air? Because it's moving. You got a ghost in your house?
I do have.
Okay.
At a very high speed.
Okay, because I'm like, I see your curtains move, and I'm like, is that a ghost in his house? Like, ooh, spooky.
The ghost of Hytale.
Yeah. Okay.
No,
sorry.
I live in Florida, so the fan is on 24/7.
Makes sense. I just want to clear that up just in case. You know, I want you to be safe.
There is no ghost.
Okay. Good to know. Good to know.
If you do see a person walking behind me, please notify me.
I will. I'll scream. Okay, so mine doesn't have a ghost.
Where was it? Yeah. So the goal with Hytale is that you just click play on a server and you just get the assets automatically. But there is that worry of like, hey, what if those assets are malicious? What if the server creator has bad intents behind their server and they download some kind of virus to infect your computer, phone, whatever? And John Hendricks replied saying, agreed. Protecting players from malicious content is a very important part of a healthy creator ecosystem. And that's a very professional statement because he answers the question without answering the question. So he doesn't say how they're planning on it. He didn't talk about any type of anti-cheat or antivirus or anything. He just says, yeah, it sucks if you got a virus, right?
Yeah, that would suck.
That would suck. So I'm glad we're on the same level there, that we both don't want a virus on our computer.
Yeah.
How they're going to do it, I don't know. I wish them best of luck.
Like we were saying this before, there's probably going to be some files in the game code or whatever that can't be tampered with, and maybe that's something to do with the downloads. Don't know. I'm not a developer or a mod creator or a Hytale dev, so we know nothing about this. But I would not be surprised if there is something in place that really would stop from that. Or maybe even once they're doing the download, maybe there's like a server-wide or server-side virus scan that's on there. Maybe even before you upload the mod pack to the server. That's probably a good way of doing it. Maybe it gets checked out by a development team, maybe. Don't know. But that could be possible as well. Like it goes through like a scan, sort of like border security maybe. That would be cool.
Yeah. Something like that, and I'm sure a lot of coders could be able to help us out in the comments. So if you know a way that they could vet the mods and servers, let us know. That'd be a super interesting discussion.
Right.
There is a very small thing. This is something a lot of us have already known, but John just solidifies it again. Someone asks, will there be Hytale for mobile? And he says, yeah, I was going to be subtle about it, but looking at our job page and blog posts, I think that mystery is solved. Yeah. You will be able to play Hytale on your phone. Now, if you have a phone from like 7 years ago, I don't know how well that will run, but you don't have to have the brand new phone to be able to play it. I'm sure.
Mm-hmm. What do you have, Myne? What phone do you have?
I have an iPhone 11.
No way. Me too.
That's crazy.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so
that's hype.
So
that's
our phone
pretty epic.
isn't the newest phone, but it should be able to run Hytale.
Yeah.
I'm sure most Android devices. Something I've noticed with the phone market is every single year the mid-range and low budget options get extremely solid to the point where it's like, why are you spending $1,000 when you can get pretty much the exact same thing for $300? So,
oh my god, phones are so cheap in the States.
Yeah, I guess
that's crazy. That's crazy. I bought an iPhone 11 for like 1.2 thousand. Like,
oh my god.
They're expensive in Canada, dude. Let me tell you.
Oh my god, what is your currency?
Yeah, I guess it must be. It's terrible. Yeah, no, it's not that bad.
Every single time I hear my Canadian friend talk about how much a game costs for him, I'm like,
yeah, like what? You guys pay like what, $89 for like the deluxe version of a game. For us, it's like 110. So.
I mean, L for people who buy deluxe versions, but
this is why Hytale should be free, because I'm sure nobody in India wants to spend 3,000 rupees on a game that's $10. So just want to say that. Just want to say that. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's all to say that unless you have a very bad phone, you will likely be able to run Hytale.
Yeah.
A lot of intensive 3D games can run on pretty much most phones.
You think you think there'll be emulators that like you can run the mobile version on your PC? Is that what an emulator does?
Yeah, I mean there's mobile emulators already.
Yeah.
So
you think that'll be a thing for Hytale?
I don't know why you'd want to play the mobile version
of
Hytale.
It's free, right?
Computer,
so yeah.
When you can.
I don't know.
I mean that is the thing. That is a good thing because if the Hytale like PC version, I mean I think we talked about this in a previous podcast, but the prices for the different games, because Hytale Pocket or Minecraft Pocket Edition is like $8, I think, on the App Store.
Yeah.
But on Bedrock, it's somewhere around like $20 to $30. But it's the same game. You can still play with each other. To my knowledge, there's no like huge differences between the two versions.
Mm-hmm.
So, in that sense, you could buy the mobile version of say Hytale Pocket Edition for $8 on the Play Store, emulate it on your computer, and now you're playing on a computer the mobile game, obviously, but for less money.
Yeah,
I don't know if people have done that with Minecraft.
There's no shot somebody's going to spend $8 on the App Store for Hytale Mobile. Like, I'm sure they already have Minecraft, so there's no shot they're paying for Hytale.
I mean, if it's cheaper than the PC version, that is a thought. Like, you could just buy the mobile version, emulate it on your PC, and you just basically have the same game.
Fair.
So that is an interesting thought. If it is, if that does pan out, if someone you want to save a quick buck.
Is this the first time? I mean, are we the first ones to bring that up? I mean,
what, the possibility of
emulators in Hytale? Yeah, how to scam the Hytale development team to to get Hytale on your PC.
How to get Hytale 40% off on PC free?
No scam, no V-Bucks, debit card only. Like, yes, okay.
There was a final tweet that I wanted to bring out, and it's not really news. It was someone asking John Hendricks, so someone that makes note block songs in Minecraft. I'm curious what the equivalent system will be in Minecraft. And he's basically asking, hey, how are we going to be able to make music in Hytale? And we've talked about this previously, about how there are in-game instruments, and John just kind of asks, hey, looking at in-game music creation across games, what are your favorites? So that's something they've probably not fully fleshed out yet and are open for ideas with. And they replied with Super Mario Maker 2 has some awesome music makers, Little Big Planet, and the DS Majora's Mask. That one I am familiar with. That has some incredible music capabilities. So they are very open to how you can make music. And I think that's one of the most fun parts of some games. It's just like having a very simple but also like intricate music maker so that anyone can play with it and still make cool sounds. But if you're like a really skilled musician, you can make incredible symphonies.
I could see
in
Slamma
Minecraft.
doing something like that. I feel like Slamma would
Mhm.
hit that off like crazy, and she'd
A
probably be
hundred
like
percent.
the person to look up to in that as a creator. So I want to see what
Don't
happens.
knock yourself. You'd also be an incredible
Oh yeah, I mean I
note
can.
block musician.
Oh yes, yes. You know I was very good at putting the cat music disc in my jukeboxes in Minecraft. So that was fire. They have a new music disc, right? That's actually pretty fire. I forget. It's like you get the one in like the Nether. Has
Yeah, I
cool
think they've
beat to it.
added a few more.
Yeah,
I don't
that
think
one's
it's new now.
no, not
But
anymore. But like it was new. It was a good one. I forgot what it's like pig something, right? Like I don't know. It's pretty
Pig
good.
Step, something
Yeah,
like that.
pig
Yeah.
step is awesome. Pig step's the best one.
So let's head on to some viewer questions because we are very, very behind on that.
Yep.
If you want to ask us viewer questions, Discord link is down in the description. We will try to answer most, if not all, of your questions. Just don't expect us to get to them next episode because, guys, you have been incredible. You are asking so many questions. It's hard for us to keep up with it. The silly Hytale devs just keep on giving us news. I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
stop
we can't
it.
get to your
We're
questions.
gonna block you, John.
If they keep on tweeting. So
Yeah, so Myne and I have a plan. Once Hytale comes out, we're going to do two podcasts a week. One will be like a mailbag podcast where we just talk about your viewer questions for an hour because you guys send so many of them. And then another podcast will be talking about Hytale. So for another hour, that'll be fun. So 2 podcasts. You guys are going to love it. We're going to get sponsored by Manscaped. It'll be sick.
I'm gonna put this out there. You got sponsored by Manscaped and didn't get any money for it.
Yeah, I got
I'm
free
not-
shavers. They're sick.
I am
and
not
t-shirts
taking a
and
sponsorship
underwear.
without accepting money.
That's
I'm
that, no,
not-
that's fair. That's fair. I'll
It's like
consult you.
getting to paid with exposure.
I'll consult you before we accept a sponsorship. But I'm just saying, if Raid Shadow Legends pops up, like we got to do it just for the memes. But they also pay, I think, so that's cool. Yeah, let's get to viewer questions.
Question number 1 is every single time I see this name, Redussy asks.
Gets me every time.
It's been a while since. Oh no, wrong question. This one. What would you like to see referenced in Hytale? So
Oh, yes.
references in Hytale with Easter eggs, something like that. I know something that I want to get referenced is community memes, burning Tweebanks, moss horns. Technoblade is something that I saw in one of the last YouTube comments.
Quebec
Being like,
Broodmother.
I hope they honor Technoblade. I think that's
Oh,
definitely something
I
that's
think
gonna
they
be-
will.
They're probably gonna do something. I don't know what. I don't want to say anything. 'Cause,
I
get
would.
it wrong.
Oh my
Weird.
god! I just thought of the greatest idea. Hytale team. In the story mode, there's memory mirrors. If you can right click a memory mirror and you get the video of Technoblade reacting to Hytale for the first time in a memory mirror, people will cry. I think that would be an amazing thing. Doesn't have to be in the story mode. It could just be in anything. Just if they can put Technoblade's video in one of those memory mirrors, that would be beautiful. I would love that.
Yeah, most definitely. So you mentioned Queer Broodmother. I hope that gets mentioned somehow. Burning
Yes.
Quebec. So basically, all the community memes. Maybe even a nod to Thankmas would be cool.
Yes.
But let's think outside of Hytale community or Hypixel references. What are some things you want to see put in the game or
So-
referenced?
Yeah, we mentioned this before when we totally didn't forget to record Mine's audio. Or sorry, I didn't. I forgot to record Mine's audio. Yeah, you know, so you get one of those driver updates that resets everything. But I was saying this before. I'm pretty sure any other Riot game will have some sort of reference in either the Hypixel server or just the main game. Like maybe you'll see like a small little Valorant character just as a plushie in the game or something, and then maybe you'll see a League of Legends gun or whatever the heck they do. I don't know. I've never really played it. Or they'll have like little teasers towards that. That would be cool. Or they could do something like Fortnite does and just collab with every single studio imaginable and just get that game's, what is it called? That game's assets or icon. I forget what the term is. That game's IP. That whole thing's IP into the
Yeah, there you go.
into the game. That would be cool. Probably very hard to do considering no other Riot game really does that, and I guess Fortnite and Epic Games do that, but and rival studios. But yeah, either way, I think that'll be cool. Like seeing like Darth Vader in Hytale, that'll be dope.
Yeah, I think that'd be awesome if Hytale were able to do some collaborations with, say,
Star
there's a
Wars.
new movie coming out, or there's this big event happening, or in-game concerts. I mean, we've seen that both in Roblox and in
Oh, I didn't even think of that.
Fortnite. Yeah, Roblox has done a lot of
Movie
collaborations
premieres
as well.
would be sick too. The little theater thing they have in Hytale.
Mhm.
Imagine like a little movie premiere. That'd be
I
awesome.
mean, obviously you'd probably have to pay the ticket. I don't know how movie premieres would be. It'd probably be more like movie trailers.
Either way, that'd be dope as hell. Imagine if you just sit in your little like high pixel chair and you're just watching like Avengers, Age of Ultron or something. That'd be dope.
I mean, ooh, that is a question. Let's sidetrack a little bit. How do you think the movie system theater mode will work? Because we know it works with YouTube. Do you think it's just going to be YouTube? Do you think you'll be able to pirate movies on there?
How funny would that be?
Like, imagine there's just a server that's like one of the most played servers of all time, and it's literally just called 24/7 Family Guy Funny Moments. And it's just a theater mode with Family Guy clips.
That would be hilarious. And dude, I think you just opened up a whole can of worms for different types of servers. Like, yeah, there's Family Guy funny moments. Like, you're probably gonna have same guy's probably gonna make a South Park server. Like, yeah, you probably have to have an age rating on those servers because there's some non-appropriate things on there. But then again, there also can be freaking Cocomelon servers out there, and you have little children just sitting in their high-tailed chair watching Cocomelon while they're trying to learn how to take a poop or something. Like, oh god. I've never watched Cocomelon, so I don't know what they do, but the baby shark server.
I hate this image that you've put in my head. I'm just imagining some
Toddler
kid on the
getting potty
toilet
trained
on their phone watching Cocomelon in Hytale.
How awesome would that be?
They
though?
decide not to open YouTube and just watch Cocomelon. They decide to click on the Hytale app, go on a server to then watch Cocomelon.
Well, if they're playing their favorite episode, I mean, you gotta get on that, or they'll have like. Yeah, I think that'll be really cool.
Oh boy.
Maybe there'll be Twitch, maybe there'll be Kick streams, because I feel like Kick will be quite popular by then. Even though it already is popular, they're paying XQC $100 million. So, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I like your idea. Might have to capitalize on that. Start illegally live streaming sporting events.
Speaking of videos, what kind of videos will both of us make as Hytale releases? I know, I think we've kind of like touched on the general idea of what I want to do, but the people want to know, Chris, what will CanadianFlash look like when Hytale drops?
There's a lot of things that I want to do, and yeah, I'll probably live stream a Let's Play. But I'm not going to edit it because I hate editing VODs. It's so boring. I'm going to get an editor for that. If you want to be my editor, just hit me up in DMs already. God, I hate editing VODs.
I want to paint a picture in the viewer's minds. So imagine you were playing 8 hours straight of Hytale, and you're like, okay, that was an amazing stream. I'm kind of tired.
Not editing
and then you have to
this.
sit through that exact same 8 hours and watch it again to find the funny.
Yeah, like that's what 30 Virus and Fezzy do. Like 30 edit of streams. Yeah. Fezzy goes through the footage and edits it. Like I'm sure 30 back in the day used to edit it himself, and like, oh god, I don't know how the hell he did that. But yeah, now this is why he has an editor, because it takes up a lot of time. So yeah, I would do that in Hytale. But also I want to be a community figure. I want to be a guy who goes on the Hytale Discord server, sees like some random ass dude playing Hypixel on Discord or whatever, and then join the call and be like, what's up, boys? And we just chill and have fun and play Hunger Games, and I'll be live streaming for that. It'll be sick. We do some raids. That'll be fun. I want to do like 10,000 Moss Horns versus like 800 Quebecs. Who will win? How many Moss Horns will it take to blow up my computer? We were talking about it earlier. That's something that you would watch because it is
spawning
fun.
in as many Moss Horns until my GPU sets on fire.
Yeah, and then once it explodes, I'll record my computer on fire from my phone, and that'll be fun. Maybe like battle arenas, like which mob is the strongest in Hytale. Things like that. Like, I don't want to just do only Let's Play content because that'll get boring as hell over time. I want to do things, spice it up, and do content that people would want to watch, and also not cookie cutter content that everybody else is gonna do. Like people
Don't
are,
follow the trend.
no,
Make the trend.
exactly. I want to make the trend. I don't want to be the guy that survives 100 days in Minecraft for the 30th day in a row. Like that's boring as hell. Like I'm not doing that. But yeah, I want to explode my PC with Mosshorn farts or something. Like that'll be fun.
Which we do know Mosshorns smell. John did confirm this. A Mosshorn isn't sneaking up on anyone down
Yeah,
there.
like how many poop throws will it take to kill a Mosshorn? Like I gotta know this stuff.
There's going to be servers called Poop Wars. You know that?
Oh my god, that's genius. You gotta get Radoon's.
We got to get on that. We got to get on that.
Yeah, no, let's make that server called Poop Wars. You just throw poop at each other. We get poop fart guns. This is a great podcast.
Fart guns and. I'm glad we're not monetized because this would not get monetized.
No, it would be fine. It would be fine. It would be fine. We're 30 minutes in. YouTube wouldn't check that far.
That's true. They only check like the first 10 minutes.
Yeah.
In terms of let's summarize what you do. We're gonna be seeing some daily streams, I assume.
Yeah, probably.
Stream highlights.
Yeah.
And then some crazy videos that no one else is doing.
Yeah.
Trend setting.
Trend setting's fun, dude. Dude, I want to put me and you. We're gonna be up there. We're gonna be trend setting. It's gonna be sick. One of us will get on trending. It'll be the best day of our lives. It'll be cool. It'll be cool.
And for what I want to do on content, you guys are going to see a lot of me. I'm probably going to be posting 2 to 3 videos a day.
You're insane.
Yeah, 2 to 3 videos a day. Giving you just general Hytale videos. Tips and tricks, things you might not know, just anything Hytale related. And then I'll also be streaming, hopefully, half the day or so.
With me.
So
stream with me, Myne.
I will be giving you a lot of Hytale content, multiple videos, daily streams,
2 podcasts a week.
2 podcasts a week.
That'll be fun.
I will lose sleep when Hytale comes out.
That's fine.
I will guarantee you that. I do want to make a healthy sleep schedule, obviously, because then I can't play Hytale. You know.
Yeah, if you're unhealthy, heaven forbid, right?
But yeah, I'm literally just gonna be like sleeping 6 hours, waking up, doing like 1 hour real life stuff so I don't die.
You'll
like
be fine.
Cooking food so I,
Yeah, that would be helpful, like eating and stuff. That
eat. Yeah.
You need to do that. You need to like go breathe air and stuff. Like definitely do that too. Cut the grass or something. Like.
And then the rest of the day, Hytale.
Oh god, I'm gonna be so. I won't be burned out. Hytale. Screw. We waited way too long for this game.
I will not be burned out.
No.
We will be waiting probably 5+ years for this game.
And we're gonna make the most of it. All right, let's get to the next question because this is about as far as we got last time before I realized I wasn't recording your audio.
I'm glad we're recording my audio this time.
All right, yeah, we okay. Imagine.
Let's see. Since both of you are members of the Discord, what's the funniest moment you've ever had on this app?
Which Discord? The High Circle Discord?
Yeah.
High Circle Discord. Or our Discord.
What is the funniest... I think I have a funny memory, and it was very recent. It happened when the blog post dropped.
Oh, damn it. All right.
What, was that yours?
How could you do this to me? I think I know what you're saying.
Do I know what's your... Oh! Okay,
because you guys...
I'll tell that one.
You guys
messed
with
so much funnier than the one I was going to say.
Oh, okay.
So when the blog post dropped, as you guys know, it's kind of a rule for Chris to be at work.
I was at work, by the way.
It doesn't work. Blog posts don't happen when he's not at work.
Yeah.
So Chris is at work. He has no clue what's going on. The blog post dropped. Everyone's in Discord. We're all talking, being like, "Oh my god, new blog post." Then we kind of read it, and we're like, "Oh, new blog post." But
wow.
Chris doesn't know this yet, and so everyone in the Discord was like, "Yo, we gotta tell Chris the release date got announced. The beta got announced." And so the second they see you're online and you type in the chat and you're like, new blog post?
I was like, it's a Tuesday.
They flood the channel, spamming, adding him, being like, yo, Chris, there's a new blog post. There's so much information. There's a release date. And at that point, when you got spammed, I was in a call with Connor. And I was like, Connor, this is not good. He is going to have a mental breakdown.
I did.
And so then I let it go on for like a few minutes, and then I just had to text you, be like, yo, This is not it.
Honestly,
They're
I
lying to
believed
you,
it,
I'm
dude.
sorry.
I was so pumped. I was like, I'm quitting my job. This is gonna be epic. But no, it was. You got me. Honestly, you got me. I was pumped, dude. Like even Ethan was saying it, and I believed this man. I think Blitz was saying it. Like if it was just like Hugo,
Everyone
no,
was
the
on
whole
it.
Discord saying, I'm like, oh, it has to be real, but it wasn't. So that was devastating. I think a really funny thing that happened in the Discord. I mean, I don't think really anything tops that. I mean, we do a lot of beta predictions. I have to say, we have a whole channel for predictions, and it's weird how every single year, once we get past everyone's release date, there's a new chat in the Discord, and someone puts a new prediction there. I just think that's funny because we're wrong every single time. Yeah, I think it started back
You
in
know what I want
2021.
to know? Because we've
What?
all made predictions, like specific date predictions.
Oh, like to the
of
date, yeah.
Of when the game was going to release. And this was around the time where it was like 2020 to 2021, and most of our predictions were in 2021.
Oh,
And
yeah.
the game was supposed to release in 2021. Once they're able to talk about the game more freely, once the official release date has been announced, I want to know what their earlier release date was. I mean, they've probably had multiple. I want to know them all, and then see like the reasons that they couldn't be reached. But I want to know what their actual release dates were, and then I want to backtrack to all of the
Yeah.
guesses that were made and see if someone was actually spot on for that moment. So if the world didn't happen the way it did, this person's release date guess would have been correct.
I think that'll be really cool. I want to know who was right.
This is something I'm going to try, hopefully remember when the game comes out and the devs are able to talk about it. Because imagine if someone was actually spot on. But
I feel like the devs would say, "Oh, we didn't have a date. We just had a little window, like October
they
to
had
December."
to have had a date. They've had to have, like at least one date. I think they've had multiple dates that they've pushed back.
Probably.
I want to know every single pushback date.
I want to know the original because before the trailer blew up, they wanted to release in 2019.
I mean, the original was 2019. Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder. I feel like they were going to release like December 20 or like around Christmas time 2019, like a year after the trailer dropped. That would just make sense.
Yeah, I agree.
So, I want to know what day that was. That would have been so cool. But
yeah, so there's one towards the end of 2019, and then there's one likely towards the end of 2021. Whatever those specific dates are, I'd be super interested to know.
Right.
The next question asks, what kind of mini games do you expect to be in the multiplayer mode? Will it be similar game modes on Hypixel, or will there be new ones? And we've gotten a confirmation on a few of them. Sky Wars will be in it. Bed Wars will be in it. The Walls will be in it.
Hunger
Duels
Games
will be in it.
Hunger Games is in it. All the ones in the
Hunger
trailer.
Games in it. Pretty much most of the ones, everything that you've seen in the trailer is likely in it. A lot of things that you've seen in Hypixel, the server itself, is going to be in it. We talked with 30 Virus. If you haven't checked out that interview, it was very insightful. We talked about why something like Skyblock, and I know we've gotten a lot of questions on that, probably will not be in Hytale, at least at the start of it, because how big of an
The game mode it is.
on-taking, that's not a word, is it? On-taking?
I don't know. I'm not good at English.
Big of a venture that is to create basically an MMO inside of the game. But yeah, I think most of the standard ones that we know, there's
gonna be
factions,
factions,
but I think that's modded.
There's gonna be factions, but I don't know if it'll be from the Hytale server itself, or they'll be like Cosmic PvP or Timeless PvP back. Like, are they gonna make their own servers? Probably. Like any game mode that's in Minecraft right now that's remotely popular will be in Hytale. It's just it might not be on the main server. Like, do you remember what Bad Lion was? Like a big old combat PvP server?
It was just a PvP server.
Yeah, like there's gonna be server like I don't think it's around anymore, but
no, I think it closed down.
Yeah, which sucks. It was one of my favorite servers to play on. But servers like that are gonna pop back up in Hytale. Like it's gonna happen. Like that was competitive Minecraft before they had really competitive Minecraft. So it'd be cool to see what they do, and even it'd be cool to see competitive Hytale as well. Ooh, imagine Turbo Kart Racers. Turbo Kart Racers might work.
Ooh, that is something that I think,
I'd play that a lot. I have a steering wheel, dude. I'm gonna go hard on Turbo Kart Racers.
I think that's something that they tried in Minecraft and it just doesn't work.
It doesn't work.
I don't know.
It
I never
sucks.
got into Turbo Kart Racers. The idea is there. Well, the idea is Mario Kart,
Yeah.
but the idea is there, and that they implemented it the best they could. But it's just Minecraft was limiting. So
Yeah.
Turbo Kart Racers is something that's definitely going to be super
I
interesting.
want
to
to make an
see in
F1
Hytale.
server. An F1 server would be fun.
Mm-hmm.
That would be fun. If you can
Next-
make cars, that's the thing.
Next question comes from Vid asking, "You think players who spent a lot in Hypixel will get stuff in Hytale?" I'm gonna just say this right now. I don't think
No,
so.
I don't.
Whatever
think it'll carry over.
whatever money you spent in Hypixels, be it a rank, cosmetics, any of that, that will stay in Hypixel. Hytale's its own separate game, and you won't get anything. It's like
Yeah.
a fresh start.
Maybe there'll be like a little rewards claim. If just say for example like you transfer over, but I don't know because like you remember when on Hypixel there was a NPC with the Hytale trailer, so it would be
There
cool.
still is.
Oh, it's still there. Yeah, it'd be cool if you could like link maybe both accounts through like just a straight Hypixel Studios account, and just say for example you click it for a Hytale launch reward, and that's probably all you'll get.
Yeah, you might get like I don't know how they do their profiles, but I hope profile customization is something big in Hytale, because I'm a big fan of profile customization to click on a player and be like, oh, this is a cool profile.
Yeah.
So assuming they were to do something like a banner card or a title card, you might get like an OG title, and then like the first month of the release, you can claim that, and then there you go. Or something like
Right.
if you were in the beta, you'll get like a special player tester card.
Oh, that'd be sick.
Something like that.
That'd be awesome. Cool. Next question.
Vid once again asks, do you think Hytale will be a wiki game? Will Hytale be too complex so that a player without internet can't beat it? And that's an interesting question, because
Does that mean you have to have a wiki to know
yeah,
how to beat the game? Like,
I think that's a bit extreme.
Doesn't
but
every game
there's
have a
certain
wiki?
games, yeah, most games have a wiki, but there's certain games where it's like you basically need the wiki open on like a second monitor or like on an alternate tab, so you can just keep on going back to that. An example I think of is Stardew Valley. I always have the wiki open in my second monitor because there's so much information that the game doesn't necessarily tell you.
Honestly,
It's
even
like, what fish are in this season, blah blah blah. It's
even
like,
big
doesn't really
Minecraft
tell.
mod packs, like you need a wiki open
Yeah.
for specific Minecraft mod packs. Like, I don't know how to craft half these things that are in this mod pack. Like, who knows this stuff, right?
So the question is just going to be is there going to be a tutorial for Hytale? And B, how good will the tutorial be? In terms of the story mode, I don't think you'll need a wiki, because story implies that you're kind of guided to go in some sort of path. And then the adventure mode, I don't think we'll have any pathing or guidance. I think it's just going to be they drop you in a world and have fun.
Yeah.
So if you do that, I mean, the joy of this kind of game is you don't know anything. You're in this giant world and you just got to figure it out.
The thing is,
but
you don't even need a like a wiki for crafting recipes, because there's sort of blueprints. And just remember in the UI image, it's like in a room. It literally says you need like 2 sticks and like 3 iron for a sword, and you just put it in there and it crafts for you. It's not like you need to make the pattern on like a 3x3 like crafting table. So even
I mean, that was the thing with old Minecraft, but even like modern Minecraft, there's the green book on the sidebar that tells you the crafting.
Oh right, yeah. Which makes sense.
In terms of crafting, you'll probably want to pull up the wiki for like some random thing. You're like, I have this item, I have no clue what it does. I don't know how to use it.
Yep.
I do that in a lot of games. There's just items that doesn't give you an explanation for them. You're gonna Google, hey, what is this item for? But I don't think it'll be a wiki game.
I think like
I don't think it's gonna force you. I think it's gonna be self-intuitive.
The only real time I really used a wiki for Minecraft was, remember in 1.13 when they added the conduit, and they didn't tell you how to activate it. I had to look up like a
that's something where you do need a wiki.
Yeah, because I'm like, who knows to put prismarine in like a square around the thing to open the stupid thing, or like back in Pocket Edition, the Nether Reactor Core, if you remember playing that. Like, who knows how? Like, how would that work? How would you know as a random player to activate things like that?
Real. Yeah, so there's the one-off things that you'll probably want to go on the wiki or watch a YouTube video. I will be making these kinds
Watch
of
Myne's
videos.
content.
So yeah, if there's a question, I will probably have a video, and if not, tell me to make a video on it, and I will.
I'll ask you many things.
Because those are my favorite videos to watch with the new game, and that's why I want to make these videos for the Hytale community, because I'm the type of person that enters a new game, and I love watching tips and tricks videos.
Yeah.
Don't do these mistakes before playing the game, because I'm like, oh, shit.
Don't punch a tree. Don't punch a tree, man. Don't
my
do
world
it.
is now ruined now.
Yeah. Oh no.
That is probably gonna be the first thing in so many videos of ours. Is gonna be like, hey, rule 1 of Hytale: don't punch trees.
You can if you want, but don't do it.
It'll probably hurt you.
Yeah, your content's gonna be
hurting.
Like thing is, you already have a background of knowing about Hytale before going into it, compared to so many other people that are just sort of like average fans, I'd say. You got a podcast.
We do have an upper hand because I mean, obviously we've played Minecraft before. That gives us a bit of background knowledge on how this game genre works. But we're also addicted to Hytale.
Yeah, and like, you know the story, like somewhat of the story. You know the bosses. You know the mobs. Like you know like, oh, Trork's bad. Like, don't fight them, right? Like right at the start.
Budokat likes Trorks, so maybe they're not bad.
Maybe they're not bad. Chieftain, don't punch him, right? Like, you know not to do that. Maybe a random player be like, what's this random green dude? And it starts attacking him, right? So, yeah.
The next question is once again from Reduci. How do you think injuries will be treated? And that is a very simple answer: food.
You'll die. Oh.
Food. Oh, okay. Well, that too.
You die and respawn.
We've seen in gameplay clips that eating food restores your health. We're just going to go off the assumption that this is going to be the same way still in the game, and they haven't changed it.
Yep, sounds about right. Well, one more question.
Territe asks, do you think Hytale will have wall running?
Didn't we talk about this already?
We have talked about this.
I don't remember what we said, but it would be cool.
We'll sneak in another question. Wall running would be super awesome.
Yes.
I don't think I actually don't think it's gonna happen though.
It would be very hard to do. Like, I know they have the sliding and they have mantling, but maybe.
But imagine if you get like some shoes, like sticky shoes.
Ooh, that'd be cool.
Something like that. I mean,
what about that? Like,
find a way to incorporate.
What about that? Like, remember that cloud set that we've seen? We don't know the name of it. We just call it the cloud set. What if the shoes have like little like Hermes wings on it, and you just start like running up walls? That'd be dope.
Yeah. So if you can run up walls, I assume it maybe needs an item. This is off topic, but I want a grappling hook in Hytale.
There better be.
I think we've seen one. Haven't we seen one? Is there one of the concept arts? Regardless, I think one of the devs said the concept arts are not relevant at all anymore.
Well, too bad. I'm relevating them. Concept art.
If there wasn't a grappling hook, I want one in the game. You heard it here first.
There's backpack, jetpack, shield, diving device, back propel. No, I don't see no grappling hook.
No grappling hook. That's on my wish list.
You always need a grappling hook. Have you ever watched Gravity Falls? Always need a grappling hook.
That's one of my favorite.
I love that show. Oh my god.
Great show.
God, I'm
gonna recommendation of the week. If you have not seen Gravity Falls, watch it. It is definitely
so
worth it.
good.
It's not a kids show. It is surprisingly adult. Dude, super deep.
It's one of my arguably my favorite show of all time. And season 2, masterpiece.
It gets crazy. Watch Gravity Falls. My
please
recommendation of the week, and I think we can end it with that. Another recommendation is join the Discord, linked down in the description. We have one of the most active Hytale chats. You can ask us questions and talk with the community. We are also on Spotify, so this is something we've not really mentioned in any of the episodes, but we got a solid audience on Spotify. So if you prefer to listen to your podcasts via that app, go ahead and listen to us there. We will be uploading them there as well. Apart from that, we will see you in the next episode. Until later.